Well, the year is ending with a bang for a West Valley mayor. Peoria Mayor Jason Beck recently announced that he's one and done. He will not seek re-election for a second term. At the same time, he announced he sold his business, TYR Tactical, for $175 million. He and his wife Jane built the company from the ground up in 2010. It's now one of Peoria's largest employers, and we got a tour to see what makes that company so valuable.
This is what we do for a lot of special operations. You'll see a lot of SWAT teams, including Phoenix SWAT.
TYR Tactical in Peoria is one of the leading makers of tactical vests and supplies in the world.
This is our female vest. So this is actually going to the Dutch.
TYR Tactical's founder is Peoria's mayor, Jason Beck. He shows us his over 150 patents hanging on the wall. And he shows us how he uses a mixture of high-tech equipment.
We've spent a lot of money on these things. Each one of them is about $3.5 million a piece.
And old-school craftsmanship.
We employ about 210 sewers in this building from all sorts of nations all over the world.
To protect police officers and soldiers around the globe.
I'm a perfectionist when it comes to our craft. I don't like strings hanging off of things. I want things to be perfect. If you're buying a premium product, you want to make sure that you actually get a premium product whenever you receive it.
Beck started the business 25 years ago when he got out of the Marines. He was a jiu-jitsu instructor who kept getting rips in a ballistic vest he was teaching in.
And while that would happen, I would go to other sewers and I would pay other sewers to fix my stuff. And I got tired of paying somebody $10 here, $10 there. So I started designing my own product, started sewing my own product. And then what ended up happening is other guys would see me when I was teaching and they're like, hey, can you make me one of those? And then it turned into a business.
He kept improving his designs, bringing in more equipment, making his body armor stronger and lighter. And one of the keys to that, these two massive 1.5 million pound presses. They're the size of small buildings.
It's 36 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Underneath these, there's 24 feet of concrete with 2-inch rebar poured every foot. So it literally took them 35 days to pour the concrete underneath the base of this.
The presses create so much pressure that cloth ballistic material turns hard.
The biggest press in the United States will go up to right at 9,000 and 10,000 psi. These go up to 20,000 psi. Completely changes the molecular structure of that material. Wow. What it then does is it forms it into, so it creates a hardened surface area that is harder or more robust than the material being soft by itself.
So it gets squeezed so hard,
and heat and pressure,
and it turns into this.
It turns it into this.
Wow. Even though Beck has now sold the company, he will stay on to help run it, using these huge machines and hundreds of workers to accomplish a single mission.
You know, our job is to save a life. Our job is to make sure that a police officer or soldier comes home.
In his job as mayor, Beck had a big hand in creating what's now known as the Peoria Innovation Corridor. It's a huge tract of land up near Taiwan Semiconductor that's earmarked for high-tech development. Beck says even though he's leaving office at the end of his term, he will stay active in public policy.